Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I really want to drive home a thought process, I guess. I have so many people always reaching out to me or commenting to me that, they want to go back to a normal way of living, but continuously flare up. And what I want, the message I really want to drive home today for all of you is the fact that if you have some kind of autoimmune or auto-inflammatory condition or skin condition, you have that condition for life and there is no going back. So what I want to share with you today again is accepting that, understanding that your life going forward will have to be different if you want to be pain-free or skin condition-free or whatnot, and things to do to stay in remission, but also to not feel like it's a chore living this way. Once you have a condition developed, your body has memory cells. It remembers this condition. It remembers to make antibodies to certain tissues or things like that. So once you have those memory cells, you have that susceptibility to certain conditions, your body will always resort back to that if inflammation levels rise up in the system. So that makes it really challenging to then expect to be able to go back living the way you used to, whether it's eating burgers or having a lot of alcohol or going to bed late every night, etc. Because as soon as you start doing that and inflammation levels start to rise in the body, you will end up most likely in a flare-up. And a lot of times when you do flare up, it can last quite a while. It can be quite severe. So if you want to be in remission, you do have to lead a healthy lifestyle going forward. If you are covered in psoriasis and you go and start all the cleanses and change your diet and take all the remedies and supplements and you get better, you can't just stop there. I mean, you technically can, but if you want to remain psoriasis free at that point, you can't go back to having, again, the pizzas, the burgers, living the way you used to. That living that way is what got you to where you are now. And so now you have to live a really healthy and clean lifestyle going forward. And you have to look at every single meal you put into your body as a meal that is either going to harm you or make you thrive, a meal that's going to cleanse your cells and support detoxification, or a meal that's going to inflame you and congest you and damage your cells. So food is fuel, food is medicine, food is what helps us stay alive and live healthy and happy. And if you're not eating the right foods and you're not supporting and nourishing your body the right way with the right nutrients, you probably, again, are going to end up in a flare. So living in remission or autoimmune free or autoinflammatory condition free, whether it's eczema, acne, rosacea, doesn't matter. And this could also be in the case of rheumatoid arthritis or any other health condition, really. Again, once you have a condition, you have that tendency towards it forever, and it always can return if you're not doing the right things. So you need to lead a really clean lifestyle permanently. Now, it's not to say you can never enjoy things again, but everything is in moderation. So I want to break it down for you a little bit more. What does this look like? Well, it's different for everybody. I will use myself as an example because I'm going through it every single day, and hopefully it'll be a good enough example to share with you guys what maybe you can be incorporating within your lifestyle. I've accepted the fact that with my autoimmune condition, which was incredibly severe, I had psoriasis, full body coverage. If you guys are an old-time follower of mine, if you're the OGs, you'll know what that looked like for me. I had eczema, I had PCOS, I still technically do have all of these, IBS, thyroid imbalances, and borderline celiac disease. So I had quite a bit of issues, and they were all pretty severe. So for me, I had to cut out the gluten, the dairies, the sugars, change my diet, do cleansing. This was about 5 years ago or 6 years ago I started this process. And to this day, while I'm in remission, everything's back to normal for my system, I still have that tendency to flare up. And if I'm not leading a healthy lifestyle, and if I resort back to my old way of living, I 1000% will be in a full body flare up pretty quickly. So how do I live? Well, I've accepted the fact that if I want to be healthy and feel good and not be in pain and not have to worry about my health, I need to take care of my body. And that entails a few things. One, eating a really highly nutritiously dense diet that's alkaline and anti-inflammatory. Hydrating, number 2, with really good quality water. 3, balancing stress and sleep, keeping those low, making those a priority. So I'll deep breathe, I'll do meditations, I'll do saunas, I'll exercise, I'll go to bed within my circadian rhythm window, making sure that I am putting all of these first as a priority for my health. And by doing all of these things and then taking supplements and doing seasonal cleanses, I keep myself in a healthy state where I don't have to worry about psoriasis or IBS flares and running to washrooms or not knowing when my period's going to show up because my cycles are out of balance. So you have to live within a healthy lifestyle parameter in order to be in true remission. So I have so many people who after do a cleanse, they say, can I go back to my old way of living and still be in remission? And the answer is no. I mean, it might happen, but chances are you're not going to be able to do that. And it comes down to memory cells and tendencies towards certain diseases. And a lot of this comes down to genetics and genetic SNPs that make you more susceptible to certain conditions, that make your body not good at detoxifying. Things like MTHFR, COMT SNPs, PEMT SNPs. These are, pretty common SNPs for people with inflammatory issues. I have them myself, and if I don't, I know that I don't detoxify well unless I'm supporting my body with the right foods. I know my body doesn't make glutathione too well thanks to MTHFR. So what I need to do is eat lots of cruciferous vegetables, eat a really alkaline diet, do lots of lemon and ginger and apple cider vinegars to cleanse my liver because my body's not good at doing that. So I hope this is making sense. So what does my lifestyle look like? Well, I go out to restaurants. Yes, I will go and enjoy. I'm always gluten-free. I've accepted the fact that I will be gluten-free for life, and I've embraced it, and I love it. And I have no urge anymore to have gluten. In the first year or two, it was like breaking up with a best friend or a boyfriend or girlfriend. It was brutal. I was in withdrawal. I was jealous of every single person who could eat gluten. Anytime I saw gluten, it was a battle in my mind to not reach out and have a piece. I was sad about it. I was, frustrated at other people who could have it and felt okay. After I got through all that and realized, hold on, I can make everything that I love that I normally eat with gluten, I can make it gluten-free or find it at a restaurant gluten-free, I really changed my perspective. And at this point, if you ask me, do you miss gluten? Do you crave gluten? The answer is genuinely no. I really don't. So coming back to now, what do? I am 100% gluten-free and I'm almost sugar-free. I will go out to a restaurant and I will enjoy a gluten-free pizza or a gluten-free pasta and a dessert, and I'll have the sugar and some processed foods then. But in my house, when I'm at home, I only keep things in my house that are healthy, with the occasional bag of organic chips or something like that. But everything in my home is gluten-free. I don't bring cane sugar into my home. I just don't own it. I have natural sweeteners, lots of stevia, yak corn syrup. So what I'm eating is very alkaline, very anti-inflammatory, and I load up on the superfoods daily. These things give you energy, they clean out your cells, they help support your body, cleanse your liver, keep you alkaline. This is how you stay in remission. So I do green smoothies, I do green juices all the time, I do detox soups with lots of kale and Swiss chard and bone broth and lemon. I do really healthy big kale salads. I use things like quinoa and mung beans and lentils and all kinds of superfoods like reishi, chia seeds, flax seeds, ginger shots. I make all of these and I have these in my home. So I'm pumping my body with what I call medicine. When I look at a food that I'm eating, I don't look at it as I'm starving, I'm just going to eat something. I look at it as I am going to eat this food, because you are going to make me healthier. You are my medicine. Again, you don't do this 24/7. There are days where I will go out and enjoy a meal with my husband at a restaurant. But even at restaurants, I am choosing the cleanest food I can find. And I am going to restaurants that I know use high quality ingredients and are making things from scratch, not just a package, for the most part. I, don't go drinking a lot of alcohol. I never was huge into alcohol, but I do love champagne or gin and tonics, and they are something I will have once in a while, at a wedding, at an event, not in my home just drinking all the time. You can make so many delicious drinks at home that are alcohol free that will not make you feel like you're missing out. There's no, in my opinion, reason why you need alcohol all the time. And then again, I balance my sleep and do everything on the side of that so that my 95% of my lifestyle is holistic, natural, and healthy. And then 5% of it is out there indulging at a restaurant or doing something like that, staying up late once in a while to watch a movie or go to a party with friends. But it's not the everyday. So how do we embrace this lifestyle? How do we make it enjoyable so you don't feel like you need to cheat on this lifestyle with a cheat meal or things like that? How do we sustain this remission? It really comes down to a couple things. Number one, you have to change your attitude and your mindset. You look at it as, I am adding life to myself. I am gaining years of health by eating this way, number one. So don't look at it as torture, as something you're forced to do, or poor me, I have to eat this way. Look at it as, thank you, God, or whatever. Thank you that I have the knowledge and the means to understand how I need to nourish my body so I can lead a really healthy lifestyle and hopefully not be taken out by crazy conditions and diseases like cancer and heart disease and diabetes. So I can grow old with my loved ones and feel young and feel healthy. So it's changing that mindset, and it doesn't happen overnight, but it can happen if you're dedicated to doing that. Number two, the biggest thing that will save you is learning to make everything you love, or find or buy everything you love, but in a healthy way. For example, I am personally absolutely obsessed with burgers. I love my burgers. So I found a phenomenal gluten-free bun at a local bakery. I get that gluten-free bun, and I get grass-fed beef patties. I put my grass-fed cheese on there. I'll top it with my lettuce, tomato, onion, etc. But it's an organic burger. It's grass-fed. It's not deep fried. There's no hormones in my meat, nothing that is going to cause extreme health issues. I also love pizza, but I don't go eat gluten. I make homemade pizza crust at home, and you can also buy really good pizza crust as well. I make one at home and I throw all the toppings on top, and it tastes so good. So I still get my pizza in. I love pasta. I just order a gluten-free noodle. If I am going to want something like chicken wings, I go to a restaurant that has a separate fryer for gluten-free chicken wings, or you can make them yourself at home. And the list goes on. So there are so many things to find. If you are a dessert person, I have hundreds of dessert recipes that are sugar-free, and I promise you taste incredible. You won't know. But you can also go to bakeries that make keto desserts. You don't know that they're keto. They're so good, but they're sugar-free, so you can have them if you can't have sugar. There are so many options. So it's just learning to take something that you love, buying it or making it in a way that you can have it, so sugar-free or gluten-free or whatever health issues or allergies you have. And then by doing that, you are learning that, you know what, I love cake, but just because I can't go have a slice of that really cheap cake from my grocery store, I can make a cake at home with frosting and everything. Tastes fantastic, but way cleaner. Or if I'm too lazy to bake, I'm going to my local bakery and buying a slice of keto cake. Pretty much every grocery store you go to now as well sells keto cakes or gluten-free things. Like, it's just so huge now that it's so much easier to find. So again, I'm changing your mindset about this way of eating, and then finding substitutes for things you love. Number three, it is seasonal cleanses. So in order to really accept this lifestyle and maintain this remission, you also need to do things to maintain all the hard work you've done up until now. If you've done a great candida cleanses and diets and detoxes, but then stop detoxing and never do it again, you're going to build up toxicity again over time, and you might be back to where you are. So once or twice a year or more, if you have the capacity, do a 4-week cleanse where you cut out sugars again, and maybe do some natural antifungals and just eat lots of vegetables. Love on your body. We have one body. We don't get another chance at life. One body to nourish it, take care of it, so we can have the most fulfilled life possible. So it does come down to mindset. At this point in my life, I love the way that I live and eat so much, and it brings me so much joy that I don't feel like I have to go out and get a cheat meal. This is a huge question I get all the time, or is it okay if I have a cheat meal? And you should be loving the way you live so much that you don't need to take a break from it. And that is how you will be able to maintain this remission forever. If you keep living like this and nourishing your body and avoiding those inflammatory deep fried foods and things like that, you will get this remission. Now again, I will go out to a restaurant and have some sweet potato fries, and they are deep fried, but it is a once in a while thing that the rest of the time I'm eating so clean that the little bit of inflammation that I would get from eating those sweet potato fries does not affect me, at least personally. In terms of cheat meals, in the very, very beginning, when I went from eating the most unbelievable, disgusting diet, and I've talked about it on this channel before, way back, when I went from eating a horrible diet to having to do a complete 180 and eat complete opposite of what I was used to, I had issues with binge eating, where I would get on a diet, stick to it for a little bit, and then just binge because I'd miss all my old food. So for me, I couldn't just cut out everything cold turkey. So I did do cheat meals in the beginning. Instead of saying I'm not going to eat sugar now for the next 2-3 months, I said I'm not going to eat sugar during the week except on weekends, which was a huge change for me because I used to eat it every day. So in the beginning, you might need those cheat meals just to get you used to not eating sugars and get you through a really bad hump. But once you're at that point where you can go without having those cheat meals, learn to find substitutes like stevia, yak syrup, make desserts at home, get used to it, and then from there, you don't need cheat meals anymore. When you do go out to restaurants, I don't call those cheat meals. I'm still eating gluten-free, I'm still trying to order clean things, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, and it's not taking a break or cheating on my lifestyle. My lifestyle is 95 to 99% amazingly clean, and then a little treat here and there. I hope this makes sense. I hope this gives you guys some ideas, because one thing that I know is a huge misunderstanding is that once you've done the cleansing and you feel good, you can resort back to living the way you used to, and I can almost guarantee your issues will return. So it's a hard pill to swallow. A lot of people don't like to hear that it's a permanent lifestyle change you need to make. A lot of people want to go back to just doing whatever they used to do prior, but that unfortunately is just not something you can do if you're looking for long-term remission. It's a constant battle. Your body has that tendency to, attack tissue cells or get your inflammation levels elevated. You need to do things to constantly detoxify, support your body every way possible. So I hope that these tips helped. If you have any questions, you can comment them down below and share your thoughts. Again, this is, I know, a hard topic. It's something that took me years to accept and truly understand what I needed to do to keep my body healthy. And now I know if I go out to too many family events and I'm eating food that's not totally good for me, I start to get itching in my skin, or I start to feel uncomfortable, and I know I am going into a full-blown flare-up if I do not rein it in and get back to the alkaline vegetables, the detoxes, the herbal teas. It's not that you have to make things unenjoyable. Again, if you check out my Instagram, you'll see so many amazing recipes that I genuinely love, but they're actually detoxing you, or they're good for you. So it's just getting back to a really clean way of eating. Let those inflammation levels come back down before you go back and have something else that might not be the best for you. So it's finding that balance. It's all about just maintaining this health status that you've achieved after all this hard work, and then understanding this is a lifestyle. There's no going back. There's only going forward, and it's something that you should just change your mindset about to truly enjoy the lifestyle and where you're at. And you'll see so many people online, and obviously everything online is not what it seems, and it's just little snippets from people's life, but you see so many health influencers and holistic doctors and practitioners who are genuinely thriving and just feel so good and are so happy, and they don't go out and eating all these crazy things. They're not chugging alcohol, but they are genuinely happy because they found a good balance and something that works for them to maintain their health. So that's what I'm going to end it on. I don't want this video to be incredibly long, but thank you guys for taking the time to watch it. Follow me on Instagram at Marla's Healthy Life. And again, if you have any questions, you can comment them down below, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.